It's Week 11 of the National Football League.
And up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes.
He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Chiefs and the Texans on Sunday night.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap. As it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from Houston. This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Mahomes now to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You look at the defense for these Texans.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
The output from Rice in last week's game, 6 catches, 79 yards.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
In motion left, Hardman. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 11 more on that one and another first down. And it's straight. It's Pacheco. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Pacheco once again. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap to Stroud. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 3rd and 20. Stroud to throw it. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw outside, completion to Rice. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3. The throwing again is Stroud. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Stroud off the play fake. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
There was a roll. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down, and it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Mahomes firing complete. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 39 yards. And the Chiefs have regained the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now out comes Houston.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Stroud. That one complete. It's tanked down. The Texans at 5-4 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That is caught by Dell.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Pierce will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 5. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now here's Mahomes.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Caught. Kelsey, left side.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Mahomes.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. On 1st down, Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Now Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. A good pickup there at 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mahomes going to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown!
Isaiah Pacheco.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half, Stroud. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Dak Prescott, excellent in the victory as his guys pushed their record up to 8-3 on the year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 77 yards.
And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
And here now is Travis Kelce creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Gonna need 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. A good move. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 22-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Stroud. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stroud. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now here's Mahomes. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation.
Touchdown! Mecole Hardman. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. a clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action. Stroud now. That is caught. He's got room at the 30.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
Going to throw right side here, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
A quick throw, but incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And Stroud now to throw.
He's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 20, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Now Mahomes.
That one caught by Rice.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
On first down, Mahomes.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he returns this to the 22.
And now out comes Houston.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Stroud sets up the play action. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Stroud working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The coverage by Jordan Whitehead.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And that'll be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Stroud on third down now. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Stroud looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The throwing again is Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Now 2nd and 3.
at the 45-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Stroud to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler